Hello and welcome to Brunel University London and thank you for joining us today. My name is Manny and I work for the marketing department at Brunel. We hope you and your family are keeping well during these tricky times, and we'd like to reassure you that we are operating as normal as possible at Brunel, albeit from a virtual environment for the time being. Shortly I will be handing you over to our academic presenter, Dr Raffaella, who will carry out a presentation of the business school's postgraduate programmes, which will give you a complete overview of the courses. You'll also have a couple of international colleagues of ours who will be able to answer any questions you may have regarding the international application process. If you did have any questions today, please just type them into the questions box and we'll answer them once the presentation is finished. So without further ado, I'll now pass you on to Dr Raffaella, who will carry out a presentation on studying the business school's postgraduate programmes at Brunel University London. Thank you.
Oh, hi everybody, I'm Raffaella Valescchi. I'm the Director of Postgraduate Programme, and welcome to Brunel University virtually. So I will provide you a small presentation and giving you some hints about what you will be expected to study at Brunel University with a summary of the programs. Yes, business school is a good place to study because we provide research-informed teaching. So here you have some lovely picture of some of my colleagues that you will meet in the future lecture. So all of them, I would say all the staff is doing research and teaching, but this the most published internationally. So you will be lucky to meet them in the class and to discuss about their own updated research. Here is a list of the people that you need to know in the business school. Well, I'm the Director of Postgraduate Programme, so if there are any general question about postgraduate studies, you need to contact myself. On the top of that, each program has a program leader. So if you in the future you will have any type of queries about the program, such as you are not sure about a module, an optional module that you want to take, you are welcome to contact the program leader. So we have Kevin, who is the program leader of the MSc Business Intelligence and Social Media, Nevin, who is the program leader of the MSc Accounting and Business and Management. Michael is the program leader of the MSc Marketing, and this program has an option with work placement. We will talk later on about employability. We have also in the presentation the Director of Employability, Michelle. Graham is the program leader of the MSc in Management with the option of work placement. Then Yusra is the program leader for the MSc Corporate Brand Management, again with the option of work placement. Ning is the program leader of two programs, the program of Human Research Management, Human Resources and Employment Relations. David is the program leader of the MSc International Business, and Bezat is the program leader for the MSc Global Supply Chain. So these are the most important people to know. And then in these slides, you have a kind of summary of all the programs that we are providing. On the top of that, we have the Brunel MBA. So it's slightly different because the students that they want to do an MBA, they need to have 5 years of work experience. Why for attending, enrolling for a MSc, you just need to have a degree and following the criteria that we request. It's a great place to study at Brunel Business School because we have recently been accredited by the AACSB body. This is the Association to Advanced College School of Business. This is a very prestigious accreditation that only specific business school they have. So it's an American accreditation. So when you will get finally your certificate of your MSc, it will be clear that the business school is accredited by this body, and this will be a plus for your MSc. On the top of that, most of our MSc, they're accredited by professional bodies. For instance, the MSc in marketing is accredited, and the MSc in corporate brand management is accredited by the Chartered Institute of Marketing. The MSc in global supply chain is accredited by the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply, the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. The MSc of Human Resources and the MSc of Human Resources and Employment Relations is accredited by the Chartered Institute of Personal Development. This is really a plus, for instance, because I'm in the area of human resources, and I'm fully aware that if you want to have a high standard job in human resources, you need to have this accreditation. With the CIPD, you will have the accreditation of an associate accreditation in personal development. So, and actually, in order to get this accreditation, if you don't do this MSc at Brunel, you need to pay privately, and it costs quite a lot of money. I would say something like £4,000 just to have the accreditation, and you also need to do additional exam. If you just do the MSc in human resources, you will have your certificate and also the accreditation included for a very small amount of money. The MBA is accredited by the AMBA, which is one of the prestigious accreditation from MBA. On the top of that, the MSc of Accounting and Management is accredited by 3 professional bodies. These are the Chartered Institute of Management of Accountant, Institute of Chartered Accountant in England and Wales, Association of Chartered Certified Accountant. Just to say that, especially there have been some questions last time for the MSc in Accounting and Management. All these body, they looks like English body, especially the second one, but then these accreditation are all international accreditation, so are valid in other country. And by with this accreditation, basically, when you need to get the professional the professional accreditation for yourself, you don't need to do some exam. So especially if you're doing accounting. So this is actually a great plus to have these accredited bodies. So just to say, just to give you an overview of the program, all the program, they can either be 1 year full-time or 16 months full-time with a short placement, 2 years full-time with a 1 year placement. All the program from this year, they all start in September, but also in January. So if you're not sure about starting in September, you have also the option in January. We have plenty of optional module. All the students, they need to finalize a research dissertation, and to each student they will be allocated a supervisor for the dissertation. So this is like a snapshot of what you need to complete in order to get your certificate of MSc. Overall, you need to complete 180 credits. So in the initial term, you have 4 modules of 15 credits each. Then you will have a second term of 4 modules of 50 credits each, and then the dissertation is worth 60 credits. Yeah, so overall you will need to complete 180 credits. These are an example of the module that you might want to choose. Obviously, it's just some snapshot of all the modules that we are offering to the students, because we have so many programs. For instance, we have business planning, international management, global diversity management, mobile, social media and cloud service, contemporary brand management, marketing communication, business modeling and simulation in supply chain, human resources in context, resources, performance and assessment, issue in employment relations. So this is just a summary that you will be studying at Brunel University. Just to say that we are fully aware that when you come to Brunel, sometimes students, they might be a bit scared. It's the first time to be abroad, and we are fully aware of that. That's why we put a lot of effort in supporting the student. Firstly, the students are supported by our dedicated taught program office, that they will provide you some help about how to choose an option model and so on, reminding you the deadlines if this is necessary. Then to each student will be allocated a personal tutor, and this is a great plus, because if you might have some personal issue, so this is the person that you contact first. We also have a student experience support team. So it means that if by any chance you can't contact your personal tutor, or your personal tutor might be teaching that day, you can actually have access to a personalized support every day from 9 to 5. So there will be always somebody to listen to you. And on the top of that, each member of staff, everybody has a dedicated office hour every week. We really value entrepreneurship, and also the link with enterprise and small businesses. In Brunel Business School, we have this network initiative, which is Co-Innovate, and this network of enterprise offers some very interesting activity for our students. For instance, I'm the module leader of the dissertation, and some students, they can actually work with company in order to carry out their own dissertation through this program of Co-Innovate. So Co-Innovate is creating a bridge between the enterprise and the university. And enterprise, they come to us and say, oh, we would like students to help us to solve this specific problem. And so students, they start a dissertation, and this is a great plus, because they can actually, the students will be facilitated to collect data, and also is great to have such experience in your future CV. Now I pass the word to my colleague, the Director of Employability, Michelle Cavan.
Okay, good morning, or rather good afternoon in China. Ni hao. Well, as Raffaella said, my name is Michelle Cavan. I'm Director of Employability. I'm also responsible for placement. So if you enroll, if you're interested in doing an MSc in management, MSc in corporate brand management, or MSc in marketing, you have an option of doing a placement. Actually, you have two options. You can either do a short placement, which lasts for between 6 to 12 weeks, or you can do a 12-month placement. Now, I would encourage you to enroll for the placement option, because if you are planning to spend a longer time in the UK to gain some work experience before you return to your home country, the placement would be a good route for you to gain employment. For example, if you do a good job while you're on placement, you're more likely to be retained by your employer. And I'll talk a bit more about placement later, or if you have any queries, you can ask me. So with the introduction of the post-study work visa, if you do a 12-month placement, so you potentially can stay in the UK for up to 4 years. So that's something for you to consider. Now, how we support you to get the placement? We have this is the Business Life. The slide that you can see now is a special program for Brunel Business School students only. I cannot show you the website only because it actually sits on the internet. So if I log in, I have to go through all the password and what have you. So I explain to you what it is. We have put together a suite of employability skills program, such as digital marketing skills, how to market your products on YouTube, and the different accounting software you can learn. And these modules are not part of the formal academic curriculum, but it's additional. And you can gain certificates for doing these courses. So once you come to Brunel, all these courses are free of charge for you to study. And if you're interested in doing courses, they are not part of Business Life, we can refund you the cost of doing those courses. Obviously, it depends how expensive those courses are. So that's Business Life, which obviously, if you really want to look at it, you probably need to be a Brunel student, look at it. Okay, can we move on to the next slide? Okay, I'm the only director of employability at the business school, but I'm not working on my own. I'm supported by the Professional Development Center, which is a 45 people strong team, and they have a team of 15 placement staff and 10 careers advisors to help you to get jobs. And this service has actually won 3 national awards for being the best career service in the UK. So I said we can trust them, and they have we advertise over 3,000 placement jobs and more graduate jobs for you to apply to. Now, I'm not saying that you apply for one job, you get it. Obviously, it is competitive, but all I'm saying is that you do have a team of staff supporting you to either apply for placement or jobs after graduation. Okay, so can we move on to the next slide? Okay, we have, you may or may not know, Brunel University has been offering placement for over 50 years. So we have established contacts with many national companies and even local small companies. And you can read the list there. They're mainly big companies, but we also work with the third sector companies. So we are not short of vacancies. So if you are interested in gaining some work experience while you come to the UK, we are in a good position to support you. Okay, on this note, I'd like to pass you back to the Postgraduate Director, Raffaella, to continue with the presentation.
Thank you, Michelle. It's great. I think I agree with Michelle. It's a great opportunity to start an MSc and to do with the placement option. It's becoming very common because nowadays the employers they don't just look at the certificate, but they look at work experience. And if you get a great work experience, it's just really a plus for you and for your career. So I just want to let you aware about all the global recognition that Brunel has received so far. I'm not reading all of them. You can look at them. I just read the most recent one. So the QS World University Ranking 2008. According to this university ranking, Brunel has been placed as 42 in the world. And according to the Times, Higher Education was university ranking in the same year, this year 2020. Brunel has been placed as 42 as well. And also we have the Shanghai, the academic ranking of World University, Shanghai in 2019. In this case, Brunel has been placed at 37. So overall, we have a good position in all the ranking, and not really talk through all of them, but you can also do your own research and you know, just to double check that we are a good place where to study. Okay, we can go on. Yeah, I just want to remind you that if you apply at Brunel, you need to look at this link, and we also offer more than 120 scholarships every year. So it's something that if you're interested in, you can always try and look at the scholarship scheme that we offer at Brunel University for MSc students. Yeah, I think I talk up to now about all the academic benefits and also employability. But another reason to study in Brunel is about to be part of a multicultural community. So there are so many nationalities that you will meet. There are so many international students and also international staff. And I would say that it would be a great experience for each of you to share the culture and to learn to share the practices in different international settings. So it's a great place for study, but it's a great place to celebrate the difference of the culture. This is a lovely picture of Brunel University. I don't see often the campus from this perspective, but you see is actually is a huge campus. You can find everything. It's in a quiet area, which is great because it's also in a location that you can easily reach the busy central London. And you can stay, you can study in a quiet place, but then if you want to go to central London for shopping and other activity, these can easily reach. So I would say for a student is a perfect location to study. Yeah. Talking about staying in Brunel, we also offer to students some guarantee accommodation over 4,500 self-catering room. These are ensuite standard and student flat option, depending on what is your budget. Normally, these are cheaper than private accommodation, and you will be in campus. So obviously, you need to apply as early as possible to have the right to be in a student accommodation, which I highly suggest to the students that want to study at Brunel University, London. Well, you have a lovely picture of the statue with a mask. What does it mean? It means that Brunel is operating and adhering to the coronavirus restriction. So we have some information, if you see in the link below, about the coronavirus advice, the campus event, support for postgraduate students, and so on. So we know that at this moment we need to stay alert about the coronavirus, but we are carry on working towards providing teaching and activities. Yeah. So these are questions related mainly to coronavirus. Just to say that we are continuing to accept application as usual. For next year, I just want to assure to all the students that we have introduced the dual teaching. What does it mean dual teaching? It means that all the teaching will be offered online. On the top of that, some of the content will also be provided face-to-face, but obviously it depends. Some of the students they might want to, for instance, start in September, and if they have some delays, they are not going to lose any type of teaching activity because everything is provided online. So we also aware that there will be some there will be some delay in examination in the English test because they are close, and we are monitoring this service just to provide flexibility for students. So all we are fully aware that all the certification of your degree, they might have some delay, and especially for the language test there will be some delay. Okay, go to the other slides. We already decided the term schedule to start, which is the 21st of September. So again, what will happen if I'm not able to meet the condition of my offer? Yes, so the first instance, you need to contact the admission with the detail of your situation. And again, there is an element of flexibility for any outstanding issue. Also, if there is a confirmation of a center of studies, if you need a visa, we are fully aware of this situation. So I would say you need to contact the admission to have answer to your queries. But we are trying to process all the application, and we are very flexible because we are fully aware about the COVID-19 situation. Okay, so you feel free to connect with us with Facebook and Twitter and so on, Instagram. And please, now it's time for questions if you have any, and I will be able to answer with my colleagues.
Thank you, Raffaella.
Thank you.
Any questions? Can't see any at the moment. If you guys do have any questions, please do just pop them into the question box and we'll get them answered.
Don't be shy. Any question, they are welcome.
Agreed. Don't be shy. I think we'll just give it a minute, guys, just in case.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay, we have one here. Can I ask how the tutors can help with our placement? Some more details, please.
Okay, Michelle, do you want to take this question?
Yes, I can. Can the student be a bit more specific, or shall I just talk through the process? Okay, I think the student can't really talk. Can the person talk?
Oh yeah, talk through, Michelle. Talk through.
Okay. Basically, if you start in September, you can start looking for placement because the job will be advertised then. But most students don't. They probably start applying in January. There will be lots of jobs, so there's no rush to apply for jobs. And the only thing I need to tell you is that you cannot start your placement until you have submitted your dissertation. So so from, let's say, from January onwards, you'll be supported by a dedicated postgraduate placement advisor. So she'll advise you where to look, how to look, to put together a CV and apply for, how to write a cover letter, or maybe you might have to attempt some psychometric tests or, attend assessment center. So that will go throughout from January to June. So you start your placement in September, because I believe you submit your dissertation sometime in August. So if you're doing a short placement, the minimum you have to do is 6 weeks. The maximum you can do is 12 weeks. So basically, you will graduate with professional development or with placement on your certificate. That's the short placement. The long placement works probably similar to a short placement, though you start your long placement also after your dissertation, but instead of 12 weeks, you have to do a minimum of 44 weeks, which means that it's almost 12 months, and the longest you can do is 12 months. So that's the process, but you have to indicate your interest of doing a placement in the beginning so that we can help you. So I'm not quite sure if I have made myself clear, but if you're unclear, can you please ask me further questions so that I can clarify specific points?
Yeah, I think it has been, I think it's worth also to say that they will be paid during the placement.
That's right.
Especially in the long
placement, yes.
For the long placement, they will receive a salary, basically.
Yeah, thank you. Move on to a question here. Will I be able to go on campus or use library facilities?
Yes, from September, yes, the campus will be open to students. Yeah, so all facility will be, obviously we follow the guidelines, and as I say, from September we also provide some teaching on physical space, although all the teaching will be provided online, because we also expect some students maybe to have some delays. We know that there are some procedural delay due to COVID-19, so the students that can start attending the class online, and then they will come, they will join other activities on the campus.
Okay. Have another one here. How will Brunel deliver the course online due to COVID-19? Will the course content change if the courses come online?
Well, the delivery, we already made the training now in the summer, and we will provide. We have in our system Blackboard Learn. We have a Blackboard Learn Collaborate. Also, some lecture and seminar will be delivered via Zoom. We have Brunel Zoom, and so the content won't be changed. It's just that the delivery will be provided online, and also because of social distancing, we cannot provide all the content face to face. So that's why we have opted for a dual teaching delivery.
Okay. We have a question here about social life. So, considering COVID-19, will this affect being part of social? I think that they are working on kind of workarounds, kind of for societies and whatnot, to kind of move it both online and offline. But I don't know if that is more for the course. Is there anything that needs to be said there?
Yeah.
Okay. Question here. If a student starts the course in January 2021, when can the student get the degree certificate, and when the student will graduate from January intake? Okay,
so the January intake, they will start in January. So and then how is the system that we start in the normal term 2, but then it doesn't matter, because for them is the term 1. Then in the summer they can start the dissertation. In September they will take the other 4 modules to complete the MSc. And also, this will be the exam, and the coursework will be done by January. And also, they have also some time to finalize the dissertation that needs to be handed in March. So in this way, they will graduate then in July next year for the graduation.
Okay, thank you. No further questions at the moment. If anyone has any, please do just type them in.
Hi, Michelle. Can I ask a question about placement?
Yes, of course.
I was asked by the students frequently that will university charge students about placement if the students choose the placement mode?
Okay. The short placement, you do not have to pay a fee, whereas the long placement, I think, is about £1,385. But like Raffaella said earlier, all the long placement are paid. So no, there is a fee attached to long placement.
And the student can students cancel the placement option if the students don't want to? Okay, so when should the students should student contact a student center or the college or the tutor to cancel the placement?
Are you saying that if a student had applied for the placement option and during the course the student wished to cancel? Yeah?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, for example, if they start in September and by June the following year, if he or she doesn't want to do it anymore or couldn't secure a placement, yes, they will have to contact TPO, and we will help them with the process with the student center to refund.
Okay, and how about the student visa, the Tier 4 visa? If the students have been offered 24 months course and have the visa afterwards, and if the student decides to cancel
that's a good question. That's a good question. Usually with a short placement, we wouldn't do anything because it's only 4 months long anyway. Most of the students will be given extra 4 months to stay in the country after graduation anyway. So this student will have another additional 4 months. We don't do anything, but for the 12 months, if they decided not to do it, we will inform UKVI that the visa will be curtailed.
Okay, so we want to inform UKVI, right?
We will, only for those who apply for the placement if they don't do it.
Oh, okay, understood.
Not for the short placement.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, we don't have any more questions from any attendees at the moment. I don't know if you guys want to give it a minute or close. Okay, I think we could close it there if everyone's happy.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice.
Just lastly, before we leave, if you did have any further questions or queries, please you could contact our admissions department by emailing admissions@brunel.ac.uk, or alternatively, you could visit the brunel.ac.uk website for a whole range of useful information which we regularly update. So we hope you take care of yourselves, and we hope to welcome you to Brunel soon. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.